Hello, this is going to be a reading for Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Is that my nipple? Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. My bad, Taurus. You'd have seen a nipple before. I know you'd have seen a nipple before because y'all, Taurus has the goods, okay? High five and hallelujah. This is going to be a reading for Taurus. August 2025. I forget the date. I have a calendar. My bad. August. Oh, what is it? Oh, this calendar. Oh, it doesn't say the days. My bad. It doesn't say the day. So I don't know the date. This is like the second week. Third week. I always get mixed up when I take my week off. So, no, I think this is the third week of July, Taurus. My beautiful, beautiful bulls. What do we have for my sexy, my beautiful, my talented, my artsy, my sultry bulls? You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Arrow, it's giving me Sagittarius. They're very connected to Sagittarius in the numerology. You should look it up. It's a good thing. It has to do with the moon, and it's like hidden lovers, kind of. Well, it's a good thing for you, especially when it comes to like jealous bitches. You gotta read the story because it's about jealous hoe stories. Okay, you know. Another day. Flowers, happiness, angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it, Taurus. But I'm going to say it because I just said I don't have any friends. And the only time I ever had friends was when I was at the club. And that was because, you know, when you're meeting people in the club and stuff like that, you got to keep the hoes around you because the hoes are going to weed out the guys that are easy. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want those guys. The ones that are easy and you still might end up with them. So, but that's why I was always around the hoes, and it worked a lot. They always, because they quick to jump on it, you know. They want to hurry up and jump on it before anybody else. So it helped me not be involved with a lot of guys because most of them was like trying to get something quick. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, and letter. And then the thing about it too is just because a guy is screwing a girl that you work with or whatever doesn't mean he's not going to come tip you. 9 times out of 10, you're going to still you'll get tipped more, you know, and then you don't have to worry about ever having a lap dance with somebody. So it worked out for the best. And you can, it can make you feel like, dang, I ain't ever going to meet nobody. But for the most part, and that's part of jealousy. You have to check jealousy. Jealousy will creep in, you know, and you got to check it. Like, no, You know how this girl is. You know how that girl is. And if this person is into this person, then he'll never appreciate how you look at things, how you see things. They'll never understand and they'll never appreciate it. It's only a boss that'll be able to appreciate that. And I've really only met 2 men in my life that was able to appreciate what I brought to the table from the club and understand what I was saying on a level that was bossy, and those have been 2 Cancer men. 2 Cancer men were the only ones that understood it. And Cancer men, to me, can be very boss-like. They can be. If they choose to be. You know, everybody makes choices, though. And one day, a man can be very boss, or anybody can, not just a man. And the next day, be a chump. So, every choice you make determines. But mostly Cancers, they got that same thing Leo got. Aren't they right next to each other? Yeah, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, all 3 of them got that. Where they kind of, they want to see who's the alpha. You know, because Leo is that alpha, and they like sizing you up. Cancer will size you up too, especially if they're more towards Leo. And Virgo is like that too, if they're more towards Leo. They sizing you up. Seeing if you a punk. See, you know, that's how Leos are. They're the king of the jungle. It's like when they walk through, they're trying to see, you know, who's going to be competition, who's not. So, I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, my beautiful bulls. Maybe you have a lot of Leo in your chart, or Cancer, or Virgo, or maybe you're dealing with one and they're sizing your ass up. Here we have Temperance, which was funny because I mentioned Sagittarius with the arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And then you have angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Nice, nice. And then you have flowers, happiness. I mean, what more? What? Did I have to even read this? Bird perch. Maybe you need to know, because it's like somebody's coming out of feeling. Yeah, okay, hold on. Waiting for news, package or letter. I did a reading for you earlier, and it was nothing like this. I'm just telling you right now. Actually, with the fighting, it was like somebody was bullying the shit out of you. You were scared to death, actually. It was some kind of bullying, and somebody was scared. And this came out, the angel of protection. But this is a different reading. It's making me feel a lot lighter. Yesterday was like, I was like, damn, Taurus, what the fuck? You know, like, somebody. That's my alarm. That was my alarm. I gotta take my ashwagandha. I love ashwagandha. I'm gonna do another row. But yeah, somebody was like bullying you and shit. Or you are bullying somebody, Taurus. But here, somebody's a temperance angel with the angel here. I love it. You're protected. I feel like as long as you stay balanced, and there's something about being innocent here, stay innocent. Don't engage in some bullshit. Like, stay sweet, stay innocent. Wow, 5 Pentacles in the reverse. And then with the arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And then you have the 5 of Wands here. I feel like it's just a competitive field, but you're protected. And don't get evil. You know, people being competitive, they'll do all kind of stuff to you, but you don't be evil, because you want to keep your energy good. Look, the Hierophant in the reverse, because you got mean, nasty people around you, but you're not in the reverse. You're in the upright. See, they're telling you not to go bad. Stay temperate. And it's easy to go bad when you're temperate, because temperance is in the middle. So bad is right there. Good, too good is right there. Too bad is right there. You know, it's like... And then you just show up, Taurus, in the reverse. I don't like you in the reverse. Don't get mean. We can get mean. If you're mean, back off a little bit. Woosah, breathe. Let that anger just like go run. Go run. I don't know, Taurus, they got High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. You know something. Maybe you know something about running. But also Sagittarius is about has to run too. They're the horse. You're the bull. You guys both carry things, can pull or carry burdens or riders or whatever. Sag a little different than, a horse a little different than a bull, but both used for pulling and holding weight. Both of you guys represent them burdens and the weight and carrying weight and stuff like that. Then you have this Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone's going to have to let something go. That's why you're protected. Someone's going to have to let something go. That's why they want you to be sweet too. The more sweet you are, the more this person is going to look like a troll. Wow. It's 3, but it's the Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Strength in the upright and the King of Wands in the upright. I feel like somebody is coming out of some kind of spell work with this Queen of Wands in the reverse. This was your counterpart, the twin flame situation. Somebody strong. I could be talking to a Leo again, or somebody with a lot of Leo or Virgo in their chart. But this is underneath happiness and you coming out of feeling trapped. I'm telling you, your counterpart had you trapped. And again, look with the Hierophant here. You might be getting a divorce. Maybe that's why you have to be innocent. And then somebody is into magic. So the minute you do something bad or something imbalanced, they're going to be trying to put you under judgment. Even if they did 50 horrible things in the process, you're not a black magician. They're looking for something, anything. You have to stand in the higher position, and that's right here. It's not even standing in a higher position, it's standing in the lowest of the low. Let the bitch get away with whatever she gonna get away with and get her ass the hell up out of your energy. That's what it's saying, and I feel like this is a negative, a feminine energy. I've been talking about the witches a lot. And look, this is the witchcraft card because it's the black and white one. There's a 3 of Cups in here that's regular colors. I keep telling you the witch realm is black and white. Somebody is a witch and they're consulting with other witches and doing sex magic and shit under the moon and stuff. But you are focused. There's something, you are protected, and something, this arrow is bringing you out of this. These witches are going to have to let go of you. You're going to get a divorce or something. That came out first. It's the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like this has something to do with this. I feel like maybe somebody was messing with you, like gaslighting you. Or guilt tripping you or something, trying to make you, maybe with their friends, especially since we're going through this fake feminist movement, and they've been making good men. That's who's been getting the problems, is the good men. The men that don't give a shit, they've been pimping hoes like a mother. It's the good men that have been affected by this fake feminist movement. The Hermit in the reverse, this could also be a black magician. I was going to say the men and the women are working together because, again, I just mentioned the pimp. And damn it, a freaking negative Virgo, for sure. A negative Cancer, all of them. All of them. They'll all be pimping. But for sure, a negative Virgo, a negative Cancer, a Leo. It'll be pimping. The 7 of Wands. This is stand in the higher ground again. And again, it's the heart. It's a heart in this card with the Seven of Wands. And that's because of Leo. You know what I mean? I was just saying Leo is like... sizing you up. You know, you got to be the bigger person. For, you know, because this Leo, Virgo, inner pimp 2 energy, that's for sure. Pimp energy, they bitch is the bottom bitch, the main, you know, so it's about a whole hierarchy here. You know, somebody is sizing somebody up constantly, and that's the kind of games that pimps play on their hoes. You know? It's sad. And then pump them with babies, be their baby mama. But that's the kind of mentality you put in the woman that's carrying your child, so that your son or daughter or whoever is going to be a weak-minded. They can't be better than what's birthing them. That's why abusing the woman and stuff like that, having her sexually immature, is affecting the boys. It's affecting that gene. Y'all want solid, strong men. Then you need to be the feminine energy needs to be an alpha. Just because you're a black woman doesn't make you an alpha. You could be a hypocritical motherfucker who everything you say is a lie. Everything that come out of your mouth is a lie. Which is a hoe. A liar, witchcraft, whoredom. That's what whoredom is. It's witchcraft. A harlot is a witch. Somebody who doesn't stand on anything, who's running back and forth to, you know, it reminds me of the girls at the club when I was in Houston. It's like when I first came there, everybody was running to see where the money was at instead of just planting themselves right here. And then the money's going to come in because it knows where it's popping at. But girls running back and forth to this club, calling around, trying to see who's going where. And I mean, it was like exhausting. But as soon as I stopped doing that and went to the club and made sure they was at the club, then all the money came to you. And that's how you know the power that you have too. The Ten of Wands here. Yeah, somebody is balancing out with the Temperance energy. This is like the bartender or like, you know, just somebody really balancing something out. It reminds me of the scales too, but it's emotional more so, you know, which is important, especially for black women, black people. The bull represents Hathor. She's the goddess. She's the mother of the pharaoh. That's why the pharaohs were called the bulls of Hathor. Or, you know, they were called the bulls. The bull protects the cows and the calves. Our bulls aren't doing that, you know. Our bulls are pimping out and trafficking and they're showing that, you know, of course they're doing it for someone, but that's not the point. They're showing us doing it. And we're supposed to be the gods, the natural gods of this planet. It's all making us unworthy. That's all it's doing. Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like somebody is being balanced. They're dropping weight. There's something here about this lovers. There could be a Gemini involved. Gemini and Sagittarius are polar opposites. This could be just something like that about you balancing both of your polars. I was talking about this twin flame situation here. The lovers represents the twin flame. Usually they're in the garden being judged, you know, naked. That's Adam and Eve. That's the twin flames. That's the whole reason why we got the karma we got now. That's what you want to get out of. You got to get out of thinking that way. And these tarot readers are spinning that story so heavy for the last few years, everybody been in this trance about this twin flame shit and handling their relationships in that way. And it's because these people are witches and warlocks and they're setting you up. That's what witches and warlocks do. They lie. That's illusion, is lying. They just lie. One more. Somebody's going to get something though. The more you balance things out, Ace of Cups, that's from Spirit. The more you balance things out, and this is the waters. Again, I mentioned the waters. This is emotional balance. Somebody is putting themselves, Spirit, you know, that inward perspiration energy. Somebody could really actually be losing weight with the Temperance and the Ten of Wands here. Somebody might be losing weight. Somebody might be becoming more desired or desirable, but I don't feel like you need to. I feel like maybe somebody understands now that all of this shit is to keep you trapped in the cycle of love and lust and chasing love and having babies instead of ascending. But we have the Nine of Swords here in the reverse. This is somebody coming out of their head. They've been totally caught up with the weight and the lovers. And somebody really tried to mess somebody up. I feel like this marriage messed somebody up bad. Somebody's going to have to give somebody some money. I was saying that, Taurus, if you got to get this broad, you know, whatever, give it to her. Because you got an Ace of Cups coming in from Spirit. Just let her take whatever you, not, you know, being unfair to yourself, but because you want to get rid of her and you want to be innocent. And you want to, you know, this one is the one that's too good. And that's what you got to do with this one, with the Temperance. That's why I'm telling you, like, don't get mean. Because over here, you want to be so freaking innocent. There is nothing this one can say in the spirit, in the physical, in the soul realm, in the air, nothing. Everybody sees that you are completely innocent. And that's how this is. You got to be completely innocent, like a dove. Like, when you're dealing with these witches, because they'll put you under judgment for every little thing you do. They could have killed your whole family, but if you say a negative word about it, they'll put you under judgment. You know, it's like they're evil and wicked. And cruel. That's what a witch is. Evil, wicked, cruel. There's nothing you can say or do. That's their job, is to be heinous. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, that's right on top of each other. Somebody's going to have to let some kind of competition go. This is the same column, these witches. Taurus, I'm sorry, but you're going to have this. If somebody know you a Taurus, they're going to be trying to, because you represent abundance and wealth and power and stuff. The King of Swords and the Devil, look. King of Swords, this could be somebody coming in with some kind of truth. And that's why these people are going to have to let something go. This King of Swords is going to reveal this devil energy. This demonic energy, and that's what witches do. They trap spirits. They don't even have the favor of the spirits. They trap them and force them to do their bidding. And they do it with sacrifice, because the demons don't like sacrifice. The demons and the devils and well, I don't want to say the devils. The demons live inside of animals and stuff like that. And the trees and the rocks and the crystals and stuff. That's what a demon is. A spirit, a earth spirit. Angel is a sky spirit, you know. And it's just anything that's on the earth, the material like this, is a demon. It's not an angel. It's not an angel, is light. It's not. So all of these are all demons you have, or they might have a demon in them, you know. But a witch sacrifices the animal to make the spirit be forced out of it. And then it traps it in the bottle, like the genie in the bottle. That's the whole thing. So that's what sacrifice is. If you guys look at that video, I'll post it actually, that Alex Jones supposedly has snuck into the Bohemian Grove, but you hear a spirit in that video, and the spirit is calling them fools. They're doing a sacrifice, and the spirit comes out. He says, you fools, like, because he's upset with them. And the spirits are ancient. They talk like in the Bible and like Shakespeare kind of talk. That's how they talk. So when he calls them you fools, that's like saying, you bitch ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's calling them fools because they're making the sacrifice and forced him out, and they're going to be punished for it eventually. That's why he's calling them fools. He's upset that they did this. Not happy. It's not, oh, we need blood and we need... They don't need that shit. It's the fake ones that need that. I'm just trying to tell you. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Somebody very malicious at the bottom of the deck. This is this feminine demon devil. This masculine energy is going to come in and say something. Maybe he's coming to tell you, Taurus, or King of Wands, Queen of Cups in the reverse, it wanted to come out. Because some feminine energy is nasty, and that's what they've done. They've pulled out this dark feminine energy. That's what even Baba Yaga. And so, what's the dude's name? John Wick. They keep saying he's Baba Yaga. So the whole John Wick series and all that is about the dark feminine energy, like, and how to make it dark, how to turn it from being the goddess. If you know the story about Baba Yaga, she was a goddess and she's been made into a witch, you know, like, oh, you guys, and it's the Queen of Cups in the reverse, because I told you, you're beauty, but you gotta be beauty. If beauty could be a witch, she could be turned in reverse. And you think, oh, I could be turned upright. Yeah, but you got to do a whole lot of work and a whole lot of clearing and all the shit that you got to do to clear all that shit when you become dark like that. They want you to be dark. And you know what I was looking at? I was thinking about dark matter and how they've been trying to, you know, they put melanin and black matter on like the spaceships and stuff. So they may be trying to make us dark to create some kind of more dark matter to facilitate their space travel and stuff like that, which I don't know what exactly space travel is. I feel like it has something to do with astral travel, really, something demonic. Well, we would say it's devilish, I will say. It's something devilish, something that has to do with that dream state. And I keep telling you, that's where that nightmare is like clinging on to the dream state in some way. Like the upside down. It's too many. Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming in fast with some truth and it's going to set you free. I love this. Taurus. Somebody been trying to keep you stuck, but I feel like you're supposed to be stuck right now. Saturn is retrograde in Aries again. I was saying in the fixed sign reading that it's just about your routines. So you might feel like you're not going nowhere, but just work on your routines. Temperance is very much about routines. Queen of Wands in the reverse again. The Knight of Swords coming to tell you about this Queen of Wands right here. Queen and King of Wands is twin flame energy. She's in reverse again. Five of Wands trying to compete with you and make you feel like you're like she's making you feel discontent. You feel discontent. You feel like something is missing, like you're supposed to have more. And you will. Listen to that. You know what's up, Taurus. You're supposed to get this divorce. I feel like you're getting a divorce. Death. Scorpio energy right on top of this Hierophant in the reverse. You leaving somebody, like Pisces. Pisces leaving somebody too. You leaving somebody. Everybody getting left, but that's how it is because it's just twin flame shits. I'm telling you, that's not it. And you leaving somebody. Okay, so this is a 10 of Cups. I don't know if you're putting an end to a family or if you're leaving somebody because you're going towards a 10 of Cups. Your new your real love. This is crazy. What's the 10 of Cups for the Hierophant in the reverse and the Death? The 9 of Cups in the reverse, because this wasn't wish fulfillment. Something was being overdone. Something was being overdone. Do one more. I just want to make sure. I think you're dropping this to get a wish fulfillment. To get what you want. Not a wish fulfillment, but to get what, you know that this is not. Yeah, look, the Sun in the reverse. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. Sun in reverse is like something's not healthy. It's not bright. It's like down low. Something, somebody might have been trying to sacrifice you. It's just like dark energy. It's not, it doesn't have to be horrible, but it can be. And with this, I feel like it is. I feel like somebody was putting spirits on you and still trying to control you with magic. It's Queen of Wands in the reverse. Could be a Leo. What's the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse for my bulls? Somebody's got to let go of something. Yeah, this is a victory. Somebody's got to let go of something because you are being nice and giving them whatever they want so they can get the hell up on. And you got something about work or mastery. I feel like you're going to get through this and you're not going to have this in your karma anymore. Look, 10 of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Crazy. You're not going to have this in your karma anymore. You totally broke some kind of cyclical... This is a big... Oh, I got chills. Damn, I got chills, boys. This is... Ooh. This is a huge karmic cycle. I want to cry. This is a huge karmic cycle that you're breaking. Like something that you've done over and over and over again with some twin flame witch. You're breaking it. And you're doing it right. You're getting an Ace of Pentacles. You're getting an Ace of Cups. You're getting love and your money back. Didn't I say get a bitch whatever she asked for? And your heart ain't broken no more with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. You're gonna be free and all that good shit. Taurus, look, I'm so happy about this reading because yesterday was a lot of fear. We have the 9 of Wands. So you're defending yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your heart, especially now. That's how you're going to find this real love. Because again, this twin flame shit it's a farce. I've been saying that. I started the reading like that. It's a farce. It's having you looking at this one like, oh, but we kind of just alike. And oh, I feel this weird feeling when I'm not around them. And all this, that's because she's witching on you. That's why you feel funny feelings and shit like that. We have the High Priestess, and you're a fire sign. Well, fire here, so you might be a little hot in the twat, or the hot in, Taurus, we are the tramps of the zodiac. No, something is unjust. There's a High Priestess in the reverse speaking about something, a Fool in reverse. Somebody doesn't have a new beginning or something because somebody was unjust. This could be a High Priestess here. Somebody that was part of this. It could be one of these wenches I'm talking about. And she decided she didn't want to be part of this society anymore. Because a High Priestess is a high society, quiet. You know, she keeps it quiet for the high society, for the group. She could be a prostitute with a pimp. But here in the reverse, she doesn't want to be bothered with that stuff anymore. She knows that she's been misled. And she's speaking about it. She ain't no fool no more. You know, at one point she was a fool. And I feel like somebody's not going to get a new beginning because they're just too deep in something. But I feel like the beginning of them getting a beginning is them speaking up about it and getting out of the situation. Because something was very unjust. I think somebody might end up going to jail. 5 of Cups in the reverse. You're coming out of melancholy. You're coming out of sadness about this not working out. It's going to happen fast. It's not, you think that you're finna be real hurt and upset. Probably because, probably because any other time you felt something wrong or tried to leave this person, they was putting the bibbity-bobbity on you. King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Wands. Look, I feel like this one was draining you of your money. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is your energy. But you're a King of Wands. This is a smaller deck, a shorter deck, I call it. It's a secondary deck. So I feel like this person had your energy like that. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is the most disgusting king to me. He is so nasty. I mean, physically nasty. He don't wipe his balls off. He's just nasty. He got canker sores and, you know, all kind of shit going on. Bad skin and Page of Wands. This is someone who's innocent. Somebody who's going out and following their passions again. But be careful, because this one got you on your passions before you was being the King of Wands. Even though the King of Wands is a great king, to me, he's like the weakest king, though. Not weak, but because the sex, you know, it's like that's his thing. That's one of the things he rules, so he could be taken by it, and that's the main thing that they're like trying to have us messed up with. That's why sex, we need sex education, like real sex education, especially the women, because the men are killing it, but they're every Temperance again. You got the bad right here, you in the middle, you know. Men are like, and women are in the good way. I'm so tired of seeing these women talk about church when they mad. Talking about church and this and that, and when you need to be a little more who you were when you were younger. You know, as women get older, they get bitter, and that's what they're trying to do, making the water black, you know, and y'all talking about church too much. You need to be talking about throwing that thing back. These 3 witches, they think they in the dark. They got Judgment here. The Knight of Pentacles, this is something that's been coming in slow, but it's coming in for sure. And then this is because it's like a plan. Of spirits had a plan. You know, because this is in the dark. This is not even in the dark. It's black and white. It's not even in the physical yet. And it might be something going on to where you can't judge it until it's in the physical. But I think these heifers did something to where it got spirit planning on their ass. You know, spirit didn't have to get on their toes with these hoes. So you ain't have to worry about it. If spirit was like, wait a minute, that's how you get in this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Cups, and spirit is telling you don't do anything wrong. Don't call her a bitch. Don't say that her breath stink. Nothing. It just didn't work out. That's all you say, and you get a bitch what she want. I'm sorry I'm talking like this, but I do feel like I'm sorry. Give her what she wants, tip her, and send her about her business, because your money gonna come up. You're gonna find a new love. Everything's gonna come right. It's giving me Job too. And his wife she wasn't very supportive. Knight of Wands with the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're coming out of this Swords. But again, this is reminding me of what I was saying. Did I finish saying that? About Saturn being in retrograde. It's about your Hermit, you being within, you know, and while you stuck, it's like right now you might be stuck. You're going to come out of it, but you might be stuck now. But what do when you in jail? You get your body right. That's what niggas come out with, that fresh out glow. You know, that's what it's about. And this is Virgo. It's about getting fine. You know, you might be being stopped right now. Things aren't working out. Work on yourself. Work on yourself, Taurus, because Venus is doing a whole lot going on and beauty is all in it. You want to be, this is giving me Libra's reading too, as good as you can get. Because you're about to be free with blessings. So you want that one. You know what I'm saying? Six of Cups. Yeah, they don't want you dealing with nobody from the past. Yeah, I feel like you are quickly getting away from this person. This person that was juggling you. That spell work too. Give me one more to close it out for my bulls. They don't want you dealing with nobody from the past. This family, these friends, whatever. 8 of Cups, something is like you're not able to walk away from it. Queen of Swords and the Star reverse. What's the 8 of Cups in the reverse? Maybe there's a home that you're not going to be able to walk away from or something. Maybe you're going to get a home. Or maybe they want you to keep the home or give the home. It says don't walk away from it. Something about a 6 of Cups. One more, I'm sorry. What's the 6 of Cups? The King of Wands again. In the upright. So maybe there's something from the past. Maybe you're going to be clear about this too. After you've done this work on yourself and you come out of hermit mode, you're going to move forward. Maybe it was a person you were with when you met this Queen of Wands in the reverse that you're going to go back to. And build a home with them. Something your heart is going to call you. I don't think it's something you should worry about right now. I think it's all about temperance, losing some kind of weight, and getting away from who you're currently with. Ending that out because something is coming back that maybe... This is also giving me the Capricorn reading. The fixed sign reading, the Capricorn reading, the Libra reading is giving me too. Yeah, because there was an injustice. I think that you're going to end up going back to somebody. I'm telling you, these twin flame shits that everybody been having, everybody illusioned under, it's all going to come to an end. The star, now the star is in upright. Hope, healing. I love it, bulls. Look at that. You got this star in the upright at the bottom of the deck. You're going to be able to fix something. So don't worry about it. You're going to come out of some kind of illusion. And I think that you're going to love this love better because you're not all scared to lose somebody. That's the fucking worst. That can make you insecure and start acting crazy and shit. You know, and then they'll be trying to leave you because you know, be acting crazy and jealous. But you're the star. It's not meant for you. Everything that's happening was meant to happen, Taurus. It's like somebody is being judged. Some witches are being judged by how far they'll go. Or I feel like I'm talking to a masculine energy. I feel like you got some men or one friend. It don't even have to be your friend that's going to come in and tell you about this. Some secrets, some things that's going to give you clarity. And let me tell you, it's the peace that surpasses understanding. When you get clarity over things like this, where you've been cloudy and somebody come in and give you a little bit of clarity, ooh, don't you ever forget that person. When you come back up, you make sure they always okay, you know? I love you, bulls. I love this reading. You're going to get healing and everything. Love and new money. I mean, you did it. You won, man. You defeated these witches. And it ain't easy because they are a pain in the ass. They are real like a piece of turd stuck and you trying to push and it's like that little piece of turd. That's how these witches are. You can't wipe it either because you might smear it. You got to push it out. Wait for it to come out. I'm sorry. That was nasty. I love you and I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I certainly always enjoy reading for you, and I will see you next time, Taurus. Peace.